like the Minnesota basketball. What's going on?
I hate to interrupt all the fun.
Oh, this is more fun.
Hey, Elena. Hey, guys. Thanks for being here. Oh, goodness. Took it off my head. There we go.
Go ahead and open it up with an opening statement from head coach Shea Ralph.
Yeah, I am really proud of our team. Okay, you guys are recording. You're good to go. And I think, I think we made it a little more interesting than it needed to be down the stretch. But at the end of the day, it's a road win in the SEC, right? And, getting out rebounded the way we did, but also being able to capitalize off their turnovers seemed to be the turning point in the game, right? Like he said, walking down the hallway, rebounds versus turnovers. Also think we had to do a better job because they were doing such a good job defensive rebounding of getting great shots, moving the ball from side to side. I thought Sasha was awesome in the lane, 7 for 7, balanced, poised. We moved the ball. When we moved the ball, we got really good shots. And then when we played better defense, we didn't play great defense in the first half, and that seems to be plaguing us a little bit right now. But when we started to lock down defensively and we were able to get out and transition, that also helped. So really proud also. I mean, look, Michaela Blake's is special. And, we have players on our team that have really bought into not only the vision, but they're part of that. Their role in that. And we continue to add to that list of players. Ava Black today and Aga Makirat played huge minutes for us. And then Michaela Blake's shines in the biggest moments. That kid shines, and I don't know, I just want y'all to appreciate it because the things that she does that she makes look easy are so hard to do. And in the biggest moment, that kid shines. And lastly, my freshman point guard, 4 huge free throws at the end of the game. Great ball security, really ran the team in the second half, and that also made all the difference. So really excited to go home with this group. We continue to get better every game.
Please, yep.
Yeah, I just want to ask about those 4 free throws. I mean, how much composure does that take in this moment, especially, feels like maybe the first time she's really been in this situation as a freshman?
Yeah, it takes a lot of composure, but I think a lot of what she does this year and what she's done this year has taken a lot of composure. And one of the things that I love about Aubrey, I mean, I get the benefit of seeing her and being around her every day. She's unbothered. She really is. Half the time, I'm not sure if she's listening, but she's a baller. Like, she's going to go out there and be like, yeah, if there's something to be done, I'm going to get it done. And I know where the ball needs to go. If there's a stop that needs to be made. You need free throws made, Coach? I got you. She's just locked into the game. She loves the big moments. It reminds me a little bit of Michaela's mindset. Right? So I talk a lot about like skill set versus mindset. And those two kids have mindsets of warriors. And they're unbothered by at home, away, down 20, up 20. I want them to be a little more bothered when we lose leads like that at the end. But I think it's really cool to witness that. And you just have to let, kind of guide them. So one of the things that's been great about Aubrey this year, I think, is that we've just let her play. And so she'll continue to get better as she learns some of the lessons. And tonight was a huge step forward for her.
Hey, Coach. Talia
Hi.
with Andre. I know you've talked about how you wanted your team to respond to those 2 losses. It felt like this was a game of runs, and there were moments where it could have gotten away with you, but you responded every time. How impressed were you with the effort when it really mattered in those stretches?
Very impressed. That's huge, right? And you can see that it's growth. I'm so hard on them because I think we should just, and I know they do too, you just put your foot on the gas and keep it there, right? But that's not how the game works all the time, and that's also not how life works all the time. But we're learning to remain steadfast and rely on our identity. And I think I've been asked a lot, like, what did those 2 losses teach you? That week on the road, the ice storm, you're in hotels, half your team is sick. I think it just taught them fortitude, like courage to do it the right way in the face of adversity, because it's coming. It's going to come. Every team in the SEC is a really good basketball team. Most of them are ranked. Everyone we play left is ranked. They're good teams. There's going to be adversity. We have to stay steadfast in who we are and have fortitude to be courageous in the moments that it takes to win those games, because every moment is important. So I think that's what those 2 weeks have taught us, and I think, or two games, and I think you're starting to see that now pay off.
Coach, just talk about, you guys created a ton of turnovers tonight. Talk about the tenacity on defense that you guys play with.
Yes, it's part of our identity. That's who we know we have to be. It has been since we've been here. I think if you can be a really good defensive team, then you always give yourself a chance to win the game. We need to be a better rebounding team, but as long as we can lean into, hey, we're going to get the ball back some way. If we don't get it back off a rebound, we got to turn them over, right? And then we got to get a great shot down the other end. And when you play like that, it doesn't matter always if the ball goes in or not. You're not going to shoot 75% in the second half like we did last game all the time. You're going to have to defend. And you're going to have to defend people that score. You know, like every team in the SEC is high scoring, high powered. So we have got to be able to do that if we're going to give ourselves a chance to win, whether or not we're shooting the ball well. So it has to be part of who we are. And I think since I've been here, I think I've been saying the same thing about defense and rebounding. We've got to hang our hat on it. And this team is starting to figure out like how important that really is.
Hey, Coach.
Hey, Charles.
The last few games, you've been hit by a turnover bug yourselves, but tonight that was like pretty much non-existent for you.
Yeah.
What worked so well in enabling y'all to take care of the ball tonight?
Yeah, I think we've worked on it a ton. Ball security, you know, making sure that not only are we getting to our spots early, but, you know, our timing is better, our spacing is better. I also think that they just played a different style of defense in the last couple of teams, so they weren't as aggressive, but we have to keep working on that. And to me, it doesn't matter how teams play us. We can't turn the ball over and think that we're going to win, right? So today was a big step forward just in our confidence of being able to have ball security and get up good shots when we need them.
Coach, just in your scouting tonight, what have you seen from Tiana Key? Like, what does she bring to the table, and what challenges does that create for you all?
She brings a lot to the table. She is. I love her length, and it seems like I felt like there was 3 of her on the floor at times. Where like, wait a minute, she's bringing the ball up, then she got the rebound. How's she over there getting a drive to the basket? And then it felt like she was all over the place. And I told Kenny before the game how happy I am that he got her back, because you know that was a pretty tough injury that kid had, and to be able to come back the way that she did and play the kind of basketball she's playing right now says a lot about her. And I have a lot of respect for what he does and the way that he utilizes his players. You know, the fact that she was as successful as she was tonight, I didn't love that as the opposing coach, but I respect it as a basketball player, having gone through what she just went through. And, you know, I think Kenny does a really good job just as a whole with the team and putting them in positions of success.
Yeah, Coach, going into the game, you knew Tony Morgan was going to be key for Kentucky. Did you game plan to try to keep the ball out of her hands, or what kind of defense did you kind of throw at her?
Everything that we had, you know, I was really, I'm going to use a different word. I was really angry at halftime because I felt like of all the ball screen coverages that we had gone through just for her, because that's the only person they set ball screens for, we just weren't getting it right. And she continued to get downhill on us. You know, she plays measured. She's got a lot of experience and she ran her team. But I was also proud of the ways that we adjusted in the second half. I thought we did a much better job. But in order for us to get better, we have to face really good players that we know what they're going to do, and we've got to be able to stop it. So I think kind of a tale of 2 defensive efforts in the first half and the second half. But you can tell she has a lot of experience, and she knows exactly what her team needs her to do.
Charles?
Coach, second game in a row now, Ava McElroy having a lot of good minutes, a lot of quality minutes. What has really been, I guess, her mode in coming up such quick, you know, in this manner, such a quick amount of time?
Are you talking about Aga or Ava? Aga, okay. Aga is, so, you know, she's going to be somebody that's really important for us down the stretch, and she's an important part of what we're doing. She is a very high IQ basketball player, an elite shooter, like Justine, a 6'4" guard, and continuing to work on just the ways that we use her here, which is different than however she's been used in the past, right? So she's on the Polish national team. This kid can play. And I think the biggest thing for me is like when we have, and I'm going to be super transparent, when we have guards that are 6'2", 6'3", 6'4", they've got to rebound and defend. And I love that we can make shots. I love that you can score. But I need you to rebound and defend. And the kids that I can trust to do those things in the moments that we need them done are the kids that you're going to see on the floor. Aga continues to get better at it in practice, which is why you're seeing her play a lot of big minutes for us now.
Last one right here.
Coach, I just want to ask you, the second, third quarter, Kentucky kind of held the lead on you guys, and down the stretch in the fourth, just talk about Michaela Blake and the way she plays and the way she closed out the game for you guys.
I think she's the best player in the country. She is. Because the moments when we need her to do whatever it is that we need her to do defensively, offensively, in the huddle, in the locker room, that kid shows up every moment. She's a sophomore. She's a sophomore that came to Vanderbilt when we weren't very good, right? And said, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to come here, I'm going to bet on myself, and I'm going to help turn a program around and leave a legacy of my own, right? And I told her, this is what I came here to do too. Because we both could have stayed or gone and rode off into the sunset somewhere else where it's more comfortable. But we bet on ourselves and we bet on each other. And we've changed the trajectory of this program. We've revitalized Vanderbilt women's basketball, and she's a huge, huge part of that. And when I think of, like, that's why when I talked about her earlier, like, you just have to kind of sit back and be a witness to that in terms of, like, fans and media. And there can be lots of arguments about who's the best player, but look at what that kid has done for our program and tell me that there's a more meaningful player in the country to their team. Tell me. There's not. She's changed everything, and she does it with a smile on her face. She's our best student. She's our best kid in the community. She's more fun to be around than, well, me for sure, but than most people. But, like, it's just something to behold for a kid her age to do the things that she's doing. And, you know, her future is bright. It's just beginning for her. It's just beginning. And I'm just excited that we all get to be part of that journey and witness it and watch her. And then I am honored and blessed to be her basketball coach.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.